Hey, y'all doing? It's Fisherman R&B and this is Smallville Reviews Mondays. This week is Season 2, Episode 14. And what happens on this week's episode, there's a raid in the cave that have the hieroglyphics about Clark's Kryptonian heritage. And there's this parasite in the walls, and there's this kid that gets bit by this parasite, and it goes into him and starts feeding out of his adrenaline gland, so it's making him produce adrenaline at a high speed, and climbs up this light dome, and he jumps off of it and kills himself. Well, this same parasite bites Pete during this raid, and Pete starts acting differently, and he starts threatening Clark that he'll tell people his secret if Clark doesn't leave him alone, because this whole episode Clark's trying to get Pete to the hospital so he can get checked out. And he uses X-ray vision to see this parasite inside Pete. And Pete gets mad and pulls out some kryptonite to hurt Clark and tells Clark if he comes anywhere else near him that he's going to tell everybody his secret. And he runs off. Well, Clark and Chloe go into this cave to try to figure out what's going on. And while they're in this cave, the parasite bites Chloe and gets into Chloe, and she starts acting weird too. And this is when Clark meets the scientist that Lex Luthor has, trying to read the hieroglyphics and learn more about the cave and what it represents. And then he finds this parasite and kills the rest of it with liquid nitrogen. And Lex tells him to send the parasite to Cadmus Labs, that way they can dissect it. And they do this, and it's an alien organ. So Lex kinda is figuring out what's going on with this cave, and he knows that Clark knows more about this cave than he's letting on, so he tells the doctor at the end of the episode to let Clark go into the cave with no restrictions at all. And Clark finds out that Chloe and Pete are infected, and they slip some red kryptonite into Clark's shirt so he can be influenced by the red kryptonite. He starts acting differently too, and he tells Chloe his secret, and they start doing some foolish stuff. And Clark's supposed to go out on a date with Lana, and then him and Chloe make out at the Talon, and she catches him, and it's a whole thing. And at the end of the episode, Clark's able to catch Pete and Chloe before they fall to their death when they try to ramp over this gorge, and is about to crash into the ground, and Clark catches them and then takes them to the hospital. But before this, Pete uses green kryptonite to knock out Clark, and then after they get the parasites out, Pete and Chloe doesn't remember anything, so Chloe doesn't remember Clark's secret, and Pete doesn't remember what he did. And at the end of this episode, he apologizes to Kent because Pete knows all of Clark's secrets. He was able to influence Clark and to weaken Clark. And they said everybody makes a mistake, and the burden of Clark's secret is the big one. And that's all that really happened on this week's episode. My question for y'all is, what do y'all think is going to happen now that Lex got the scientists in the cave trying to figure out what happened, what this cave means? As always, Fisherman R&B signing out. Guys, see y'all next time.